Alright, you ready? Let's get it.
Yeah, it's Nelo, fresh off the UMS set.
What's he leaving? Dani!
What's up? I'm TRIIIP with 3 eyes.
Artist, activist, advocate, preacher. I grew up with music, growing up in the church, and we've all in this room have had that experience, I feel like, and I would always like sing in the choir. Always have to like do the extracurricular church stuff because I'm a PK and stuff, so choir was one of them. I used to try to act like really cool and like I didn't want to be there, or I didn't want to, but I secretly like would hope for the solo. And that's how I like figured out I love music, and then that graduated into like, all right, I found this love for hip hop, rap battling on the way to school in the back of the bus. My sister had this guy that she dated. He was really cool, and he made music. He was a rapper, and so I was like, I want to be like him. So all those things kind of cultivated into me ended up on a music journey. At one point, I felt like I needed to choose between like the transparent, authentic, like person that I am through my music and who I wanted to convey through the pulpit. So at first, it kind of kept me away from the music, but in 2020, I made the decision to like wholeheartedly follow and go after like my music career and like not let people's preconceptions of how we should be religiously or how they conceive that influence who I was becoming and who I wanted to be as an artist, and how I wanted to be transparent and authentic and be naked in my music, my expression, and not let what people thought, you know what I'm saying? Right. So that's that. In 2020, I made that decision and ended up here, and you know, God's been good in a lot of different ways, and I have had this incredible music journey so far, and been able to link with people like TRIIIP.
I'm here. I didn't know any of that. That's very dope, you know. And I met Nelo in 2021, and so that's kind of crazy. Like, he was just kind of starting like to really like dive into it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've been out here a little minute, you know what I'm saying? Colorado, you know what I'm saying? Like they treat me like I'm Unc or something now. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, you can go
type shit. Like when it came to music, I always like loved music, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't like really take it like super serious until I got out to Colorado. So I'm from Illinois. I moved to Colorado and then found some guys who rap at school, you know, and then I ended up like in a group with them. Just I'm the only girl, and you know, our style was just more like real raw hip hop, punchline, cypher, rap battling type of thing. So that's how I really like it. But also me, like, I started writing because I felt like no one was really hearing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a lot of spending time in my bedroom, like writing my feelings out and stuff like that. And so, you know, when I started rapping with those guys, like, it was just a lot of like in your face, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just that energy, you know what I mean? I'm like probably one of the only ones that's still standing out of all the people that I've been making music with, you know? And I just started to like just do it like for myself, you know what I mean? Like, I was going through some things and I was like, what can I do about it? I don't really know what to do about it. I was like, that I know how to write. I know how to rap. So then I just started diving into the music, and I made a whole project about like my depression. It really healed me, and that's how like TRIIIP came to be like in Denver.
Man, I might be wrong about this. This folks like the biggest like hip hop, R&B, soul presence at any UMS.
Nah, you're not wrong.
Alright, cool. It makes it so much fun, and maybe it's like us being selfish thinking within our demographic, but it seemed like everybody kind of had that feeling too.
Absolutely.
Of like the diversity of music that you can like come to an event like this and hear, you know what I'm saying? And we walking down the street. It speaks to like what Denver is, which Denver is previously known or has been known as the Harlem of the West, right? You know, like this is the home of musical renaissance on this side of the country. And so that's what it felt like last night. And you can't get it anywhere else. You walk down the street, like you hear heavy metal, and even down to like the bands that I think that like were bands that weren't scheduled for UMS that were like still playing on the street. This is Denver, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing heavy metal while I'm walking in to catch an Afrobeat set.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm going to hear rap, and it's all quality, it's incredible artists, and it's people we're in community with. And like we feel empowered as artists because we're seeing people from our genre. We're not the lone representative, you know what I'm saying, or the one who made it out of everybody else. Like, no, this is a family affair.
Yeah.
And I feel like music is supposed to like cultivate those spaces, and so it made things come full circle for this 25th year of the UMS. Where there's uncertainty, we don't know if there's going to be another one next year or not. Yeah. It gives us the energy to know, and I feel like I'm at peace right now if this is the last UMS, because the energy that was shared between the artists this weekend, somebody or some organization is going to cultivate that niche. It isn't going to get left on the table. So that's why I'm with you. I'm like, what is UMS really going to do?
Yeah.
Or is there going to be someone else who like kind of steps up and continues to cultivate that? Because you can't get this in anywhere else.
No.
There's major cities, even the major music cities, LA, Atlanta, New York, they don't have local markets like Denver has. And they don't have people who come out and support local artists the way that Denver does, which is what makes UMS such a niche event. But yeah, it's beautiful, and like I really don't take for granted that we can cultivate that type of culture out here and like make those type of things happen.
Right. The way that like the hip hop scene was highlighted this year, and the artists they chose, and the artists from like the Latin community and all that, I think they got it right, and I just appreciated it because a lot of are like newer artists like Brooklyn.
Facts.
Rebecca, Telly, Yasmin, Malcolm, like the name, like it keeps going. JG, you know what I'm saying, and all them Hot Boys, all the Emmy, and I feel like that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It does not happen, and like if I'm being completely honest, a lot of the hip hop artists or R&B like get overlooked. They're like, oh, we're over here because it's not so and so and so and so. You know, like people pick their favorites, and then which is cool. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, and they earn what they got too. But then everybody else is just ignored, and it's like, yo, there's real motion happening over here.
Yeah.
And everybody supported each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody posting, and that reminds me back in the day, with 7 of us artists, DJ, and we just did it ourselves. And then people came out. You know what I mean? Because they see us sticking together. They see us supporting each other, and we're showing up to each other's shows and all of that. That's how it's supposed to be. And this is the first time I've seen that happen since then. You know what I mean? I appreciate that UMS gave the platform this year for those type of artists that's really been working hard.
That's
like,
been out in the scene, yeah. Because I mean, I feel like everybody we went to go see is like somebody whose show like we've either been a part of or seen,
absolutely, or
like bought tickets to.
We all know each other.
I do. You right on that. They did. I feel like they really did get that selection right.
I was peeping that for a moment last night, and I remember thinking like, yo, I just pray that like, you know, fallouts happen. We're human. You know what I mean? You know how it go, right? Everybody's not gonna be friends. I'm just keeping it a buck, right? But I remember. We might have been at Malcolm's set or something, and I remember just thinking like, man, I hope like majority of the people here like stay friends, stay connected, you know what I mean, and keep that support going and stuff. I got a shout out too. Like I feel like so like TRIIIP's a goat, one of the goats to me for sure. You know what I'm saying? And there are goated artists who I feel like who have the artists that TRIIIP is referring to now, like that laid the framework for us to be able to like maneuver the scene or even like be considered for like a UMS. So I just speak to that too. Like it means a lot, you know what I'm saying, for like when y'all are part of the scene and like when we have each other's backs. For sure. Like newer artists, and to me the artists who are goated,
because it goes a long way, and it also shows that, like, you know, there's no weak, like, if we're a community together, there's no weak points in the shield. You gotta do right by us, old and new. And so, like, even like before UMS, Old Man Saxon, he had went and made a post. The other one of my goals.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Told everybody who they need to come out and see. You know?
And you know, Old Man Saxon, he got what?
Right.
Lots of followers.
He didn't have to do that. Yeah,
he did not have to do that. Like, he's good. He's straight. He's gonna get this booking. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna have a great group show up. There was lots of people at his show. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have to do that. But he took the time. He was like, all right, you need to go see Nelo. You need to go see DNA. I don't even know this guy like that, but go see Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like. And like that stuff goes a long way, and also just shows like, you know, like we a community, and like if we want to build a viable music culture in the city, then it takes us doing that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And
supporting each other creates an artist economy.
Exactly.
How insane is that? Wow. I'm just saying, let's just like,
I'll say this real quick too, like about that, like, you know, it's important to, if you're in the business of people and wanting people to support what you do, you should be welcoming. And not a lot of people are welcoming, you know what I'm saying? And so it shows people like, because, you know, like somebody might not know you, right? But they see me with you all the time. I'm sure, like, you know, it makes them just feel like you're a little bit more approachable or something like that. Or like, okay, cool, let me see what this person is into. Or I see they all kind of rock with each other. Like, you feel like a little bit of, at least this is just how I think of it. I would, like, if I'm a fan or a supporter, I would feel comfortable stepping to, like, that whole collective of people. Versus some other people that are just kind of like, honestly, get out there and just make some friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Easier said than done. I've been in Denver making music for, it's about to be a decade next year.
Look at us.
Like, really on the scene. And that everybody I was just mentioning, like, you know, people like Nelo and all that, this is the most positive group I've ever been around in the scene. Don't be afraid to be the kind person. Don't be afraid. Make some friends. And just keep doing what you're doing. Honestly.
Facts.
Yeah, that's it.
All that. And I would also say, I got two things. Define your success. And the second thing I would say is, everybody tells you to build a team, and that's the biggest mistake. Build a community, because those are two different things. Everybody says build a team. That's a mistake. Build a community.
Oof.
Right.
Thank you.
A team is more of like a corporate conversation. Or whatever. And artistry isn't rooted in a corporate world. And a team makes it seem like everybody's responsible for the success of that one. Instead
That's
of
beautiful.
everybody collectively, when you're in a community, it's the community success that takes priority. Or so I mean, like, I see like my most successful moments and shows have been when I've been a part or a catalyst in the community. And so, like, even like this last show or whatever, I'm like, I don't have merch. I don't have, as the artist, I didn't have the means to create merch or whatever. But I didn't need to panic about that, because I have somebody in my community who's been there for me on the music side, and Mr. Bheutful.
Right.
Stay awake to the spectrum. Grief and joy, we all got some.
Who has a brand
that
we can promote that also matches who I am as an artist and the things that I talk about, so we can like simultaneously lift each other up. You know,
Exactly.
Like, I do well when Bheutful does well. I feel like when you have a community around you, then like those people understand your values and they support your values and what you want to accomplish for a community, not your personal goals. This is something I've been saying. Forget the numbers, forget the metrics. How do you impact your community? How do you impact the people around you? How do you move the needle on the culture? So like, if somebody tries and does this music thing again, or if there's a student that you come across who like chose music because they wanted to figure out how to express themselves or talk about depression, how did you make it easier for them to maneuver and be able to find and spark their creativity? To me, like, that's way bigger than like having 10 million streams
Absolutely.
on a song and 0.cents on the dollar? What's your community impact?
Right. And I mean, I fuck with Nelo for a lot of reasons, but I noticed that about like people love Nelo, you know what I'm saying, because he loves, you know what I'm saying. But like people make friendships when they come to his show and stuff like that, like, you know, and I think that's a really underrated part about all of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why even yesterday I kept saying like this. I kept doing the beautiful drops, or what I said about beautiful. And that's what I really meant. If you see somebody wearing like a beautiful shirt, then like that same feeling, like whatever feeling you got at like Nelo's show or whatever, you should see it in that shirt. Or you know what I'm saying? Or like I don't burn incense or anything, but similar to like if I like burn a smell at the show, and you smell it somewhere walking down the street, you think of like the music. You know what I'm saying? Like
Crazy said that because I smelled the incense today, right? Immediately thought of Yanla.
Yeah, because she was burning it at her show.
Yeah, she's burning it at her show.
When you're ever in a discouraging time or a time that you're feeling like this shift is just like kind of beating you up, what is something that you do or give to yourself or put yourself into to feel that you're coming into your fullness again when you're feeling that depletion?
Man.
I call Nelo. I was seeing you with the That's true. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but this is a funny question for me right now because I was tripping this weekend. I've been tripping lately, y'all. Just on edge or whatever, and I didn't really want to pull up, you know, on Friday. And Nelo slowly convinced me throughout the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't force me. He didn't force me. But I already knew earlier today. I was like, he made up his mind. You know what I'm saying?
I kept watching your eyes.
And I kept, I kept saying, I don't know, but I already knew I was.
What's happening, everybody? Make some motherfucking noise. Alright. This song is about niggas who think they leaving the club with strippers. And they not. And they not. Said in the spirit of the dance club, we need y'all to throw some ass. Are y'all gonna throw some ass? Who throwing ass? Oh no, that wasn't good. Are y'all gonna throw some ass? Alright, let's do it, son.
I'm throwing cheek, but it's not behind.
Cheers. Oh yeah, amen. Make some noise for Nelo and TRIIIP. Hey, cheers. Hey, homie ain't saying dance. Bottle started stacking up the cash, and he hit the cover at the zone. Bro turn the tricks now, he wanna be home. Shit don't add up. I ain't with the backseat phone. Think he gon' get you all low. Count it up and turn his ass low. Back it over, you gon' wanna go. Hey, she hit me with she lead the club. She was she lead the club. She lead the club. She lead the locker room. Sex by the way out the club. They club. She lead the club. Going it. I know they see cause they know. She lead the club. She hit me with she lead the club. She hit me with she lead the club. She a diamond in the Players Club. Hey, but little did you know when she leaves, she comes from player love. Hey, and that's me. Niggas gotta wake up like a bad dream. Everything you need is the best thing. You gon' hurt your world with that reach. Tryna twist that shot like a bad thing. She know where I'm at. Soon as she leaves, baby girl ever is still out. Soon as she head out, she's gonna let out. Got her record, she spit out. Then with her pockets on fatter. Baby so bad that she only get better. A lot of them try to get at her, but I got that nigga for none of that matter. Hands up. She need the club, and you she needs some love. She need the club, she can be in the locker room. She's not the way out the club, they club. She need the club, going it, count it, shit, cause they know she need the club. Fuck what they saying in that locker room. Keep on
convinced me, you know what I'm saying? I had a great time. The only time I've performed in 2 years is on Nelo sets.
Yeah.
You know, call your friends, you know what I mean? Drink your water. You know what I'm saying? I just ground myself in some sort of way. And I remind myself of who I am. You gotta leave real quick. I just made a video about this on TikTok. Leave breadcrumbs for yourself. It's very important. Like, I think that life is about remembering who you are, but leave breadcrumbs, whether that's a video that you make, a journal entry, you know what I'm saying? Talking to a friend so that friend can later remind you of things you said that you forgot, or moments that you forgot that you had that really showed your greatness and all of that. So, but yeah, keep people around you that know who you are and remind you who you are, for sure.
I really would just piggyback off what you said is like digging in with your friends and like the people that inspire you, and like also like recognize. I feel like with our relationship, I am the way that I am because I understand like that's reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? And that like I understand how we go through a lot as artists, and like we struggle a lot, and like you tell me things that I need to hear. You know, I'll call TRIIIP sometimes, and I don't even like. TRIIIP will just know or whatever, like what to say by how I prompt the conversation or whatever. And it could be sometimes I'll say like something really dark, you know what I'm saying? Like she'll take it and turn it into something constructive or whatever. But even like, I mean, we need each other as artists, and the role of the artist's responsibility is to what we're talking about doing for ourselves. The role of the artist is to do that for the world. You know what I'm saying? Like we tell stories, we give people joy, we offer resistance, you know. And so I think the question always remains like, if we're the artists, you know, who's giving art to the artist, or who's inspiring us? And to me, the answer to that question is always each other, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Also, like I see the joy and like the inspiration that you give to people. Like I'm getting tripped out the house, you know what I'm saying? But like once we get to UMS, like we're walking down the street, I'm blocked away. I'm like, oh, where's TRIIIP? You know, I walk back, somebody's taking a picture, doing an interview, you know what I'm saying? Like just like glad to see her and stuff like. So I mean, like part of me doing it, I understand how much you mean to the community, and then I also understand as somebody who like holds like a similar meaning and having what it means to have somebody to lean on, you know what I'm saying, like we do with each other. And like that's how we gotta be as artists, you know, like, because like I said, our responsibility is to do that for people in the world, and that ultimately we gotta have each other's backs too, or whatever, if we're always gonna be in that position of giving, you know what I'm saying? We gotta have each other's back when it comes on the return.
Absolutely.
So I'm Nelo. You can find me on Instagram and all the platforms at gr.nelo. You can find my music under Nelo, and that's on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, whatever you use. Tap in with me. And then, you know, right now we're just kind of recovering from the next weekend, but I am working on a project called Today Years Old with the homie Cy Rainin, who smashed UMS with me, and we got another complete project full of songs. Won best hip hop album last year, and we're looking to win best album this upcoming.
Okay, friend, hell yeah!
What's going on? I'm TRIIIP, TRIIIP. You can find me on all my socials at That's TRIIIP. Music everywhere, Spotify, all the platforms. TRIIIP with 3 eyes, don't forget that. I got a lot of music though I've been holding on to, about to drop it. It's just time.
It is time.
Music I'm very proud of, you know what I mean? Most of it is the music that I made in LA. So,
okay.
You know what I mean? So
finally.
you feel me? I'm just here supporting my friends and just trying to become better every day.
I love this.
Become better every day. I'm just yeah.
First of all, you're the type of people. We're the type of people that the truth keeps us free, doesn't set us free.
Somebody should write that down.
So, like, I don't do things to set me free. I'm already there. I keep myself free.
That's good.
I don't know why I had to say that, but
You mind if I preach that?
yes, you can.
Make a TikTok about
Too many people look for the truth to say. Nobody wants to be kept free.
Thank you all so much for coming out today. I appreciate y'all, and can't wait to see what you continue doing. Continue creating earnestly in love. Peace, y'all.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Friend, you killed that shit. Oh my god. I'm sorry I was all up in your face, but I got such great footage of you.
I was somewhere else.
Oh my god, that shit was insane.